Would an independent Scotland use the euro, or would it stick with the pound?
Well, that's a very important question, actually. We would keep the pound until we see it's fit to use the euro.
Uh-huh.
The Bank of England would control our interest rates
Mhm.
and would control all economic levers. So, in a sense, Scotland wouldn't be independent in an economic way, but it will have the powers of a great nation.
Okay, so Scotland's not going to be independent, really, then?
Well, Scotland will retain a social union, meaning that we can leech of England for defence, for the Queen as head of state. We can keep these things as a backup in case our independent state fails.
It doesn't seem very independent to me. Anyway, moving on. What are you going to do about jobs such as in Rosyth, where there's contracts from BAE Systems and the Ministry of Defence for the United Kingdom? They're building two new supercarriers, the
Yes.
Queen Elizabeth class. Would these jobs be in any at all risk of Scotland separating from the United Kingdom?
Well, of course, these jobs would be at risk, and they would more or less be scrapped straight away, and we would get thousands of contracts from foreigners. We would get contracts from China, contracts from Russia, contracts from Iraq, Iran, Pakistan. They would flood into Scotland once independent straight away, and we would be a beacon of shipbuilding for the world. It would be a tremendous, tremendous leap for the shipbuilding in Scotland.
So the Rosyth jobs, yes or no, to the reply, they would be under threat, yes, no?
Well, yes, of course they would, but we would get thousands of shipbuilding contracts from across the world. From Iran in particular, they're looking to expand their navy for new ships.
Okay, so it doesn't seem really fair to me that people in Rosyth's jobs are being up for.
Well, listen, that is just one of the problems with an independent Scotland. You have to give up something for. You have to give up some things in order to be an independent country. That is how it usually works. If that means losing jobs, then it will have to be.
So an independent Scotland, financially reliant on England, would Scotland join the European Union?
Well, Scotland would join the European Union. She would be similar to that of Ireland, Iceland. Excuse me, not Iceland. I made a mistake there. Just similar to Ireland, in the way on economic terms and the way of democracy. Ireland has a tremendous voice in Europe. Tremendous.
If I recall, Ireland rejected the Lisbon Treaty. The EU then continued to push forward a yes vote. They gave the Irish a vote again, ultimately so they could get the decision they wanted, which was a yes.
Uh-huh.
Should the first time around for the Irish not have been enough? And how would Scotland get this large voice in Europe? I don't see Ireland having a very large voice, so how would it get this large voice? Would it not make more sense to be part of a larger bloc?
Well, can I stop you there? Look, we want a Scotland with a voice in Europe. We want a strong Scotland in Europe. Other countries also feel the same way. They want a closer, united Europe. The Lisbon Treaty had to be implemented. Now, that had to be implemented without the democratic rights of the Irish people, then so be it. We want a stronger
So what
Europe.
you're saying is democracy sometimes has to be avoided. So that would that happen in Scotland as well then?
Yes, it would.
This doesn't seem very.
Well, listen here. Scotland will be within Europe. We will have a voice in Europe, a separate voice in Europe for our own affairs.
Well, we're running out of time. And it's good to have you on the show.
Okay, thank you.